Hi, this is Mel from Making Journals, and I am on this journal right now. So as you can see, I am creating or decorating this journal, and I thought it would be a cool idea to take you with me. So I will not show you the cover in details or tell you about something about the cover, because I created this cover to use it for my own, to write letters to my pen pal, and I did it. And I showed you how I created this cover, and I will link the original video down below in the info box. And this journal, so I wrote a letter. My pen pal gave the letters after a while back to me, so I could reuse all the covers because they are too beautiful to just let them laying around and getting dusty and so on. So we decided that she will give all the letters I wrote to her back to me. This is fine for me. And I thought, why only use old books? Why not reuse older junk journal covers as well? So I thought it would be cool or fine to take you with me to the journey creating this journal. As you can see, I already sorted together my signatures. This journal will have 2 signatures, and I will show you all the details later. So let's put this aside for the moment. So as you can see, this journal is not straight, and this is a little a fish bait. I don't know, I think it's silicone or something like this. It's really a really funny thing, and it feels funny. And this journal is not straight. It's because this was from an old a leg from a trousers. Yes, trousers I liked really much. I think you can see it better here, and I really like how it turned out. So okay, let's do something with it. I just want to get rid of this loose string, and I thought it would be cool and maybe a bit of fun to take you with me while finishing off this journal. So, okay, first of all, I had some stickers in here, which I reused in my junk journal, my personal junk journal. I will show you in a moment, because the stickers do not stick on this surface, of course. So this is, I don't know how you call it, it's a bit stretchy fabric, and it's a bit smooth, and the stickers are of plastic, and I used my all-time favorite trusted Fabri-Tac glue. And I have another glue I use right now. I think Pattex is like PVA glue, white PVA glue, which dries clear. But the stickers did not hold, and I wanted to cover up these these knots. And maybe you can see I inked around the edges. So I removed them because they did not stick. And this is my personal junk journal. I will just show you what I did with the stickers, if I'm able to find the page. Yes, here it is. So I used this page, and I just stapled them on because I did not want to waste them. You can see here's a bit of this black thread left, but they were removable really easy. If you're interested in this junk journal and how I use it, I have plenty of videos, or not plenty at the moment, but a few of these videos on my channel, and I showed you how I created this cover. So take a look through my channel if you're interested in this. So I try to not throw away anything, but I try to use it. And why? Because a junk journal is for keeping junk. No, this was just a joke. But for me it had a meaning, so I put them in, even if I did not write or journal about it, but I just wanted to keep them in because I liked the stickers. But I could live with this part, but here you can see a bit of this glue is left over, and I don't want to leave it this way, so I thought I could cover this up with a bit of fabric. I want to use 2 different fabrics and just take you with me through this process. So I need a bit of this fabric here, fabric scissors. I think this would be fine. So let's see, we need this part later, so I will keep this. So I want just to cover this up, not creating a pocket or anything. And this is the Softcover journal cover, Softcover journal cover. And I thought I would just like to put this on here. I just thought I could sew around just because of the look of it. Maybe I will do this. So let's see, and a bit of this fabric. This is one of my favorite fabrics, even if it's not so much my color. And yes, I think red to pink is cool. I like it. But this is one of the first fabrics I got as a present from one of my best friends. It was a big sheet, and I created my really very first junk journal out of this fabric. I have a really old video on my channel, so I want to use some of this, and I think this is the last part of this fabric I have. Then it's used up, all of it. Okay, so let's rip this. And we need a piece of this as well later, because I want to put a few pieces, I think one piece of this and one piece of this fabric in my journal as well, to make it look a bit more cohesive. And just for the look of it, just for the sake of having some fun. So I will keep this, getting rid of the loose strings, and to get more of this frayed edges look. So let's see, of course, it's not needed to have this big piece of fabric, but I want to use it. So because the sticker thing did not work out. Okay, here's some glue right on the edge I want to get rid of. And maybe you can see here, maybe I can zoom in a bit more. Yes. This was one of the, not first covers, but it is a really long, it's a long time ago that I thought this, and my sewing machine went a bit wild here and there. But I think it really adds to the journal. So let's see, zooming out a bit. Okay, so this would be fine. Maybe I can let this hang out a tiny little bit. Okay, so now I will just use my Pattex, and usually this, oh, I have to clean it up. Usually this will work out because it's fabric on fabric. I think the thing is with the stickers, even if you put on some glue, but this plastic surface, I think this plastic surface is the problem. Oops. So I think this will hold in place. Oh, I wanted to sew around. Oops, sorry for that. So I will sew around and then I will be right back. Okay, here I am again. I've sewn around the edges. I don't know if this thread will hold in place because I've sewn really nearer to the end, and this is fraying, but I will not fray it anymore. And I did not sew around to make the edges look more clean, but just for the look of it by itself, just because I think sewing around just makes the inside, in this case the inside of the cover, so in this case fabric, and I let a bit of the thread hanging over because I like the look here too. I don't know if this has the left and the right side, but I think this will be fine in this direction. But anyway, I just sewed around because I like the look of it. For me it looks more finished. So let's see, let's put this fish out of the way. I will use my Pattex because it just has to, it takes a bit longer to grab, but it's a really good glue. As well as this grabs faster and it's a bit more smelling. This grabs not so fast, it has to stay there for, don't know, maybe half an hour, something like this. But this is way cheaper for me here in Germany. And yes, this is why I use this glue as well. And I don't have so much fabric left. So, am I in frame? Yes. I will put down some glue right onto the fabric and smoosh it out because this fabric is really thin. This is a thin cotton. I bought on Amazon, I think, or I got as a present. Don't remember right now. I had this for a while. So then smooshing it out, trying to catch the edges. Of course, you could put in some scrapbooking paper as well. I like to use fabric, especially for soft cover journals because of its flexibility. And I use fabric really, really much. So maybe we can put on a bit more glue on the edges. Even if not, we can put on more glue later or just let it be the way it is. And I think it was this way around. No, this way around. So, oops, a bit glue over here. So let's put this to place, and I need a baby wipe. So it's always a good idea to have some baby wipes in reach. Okay, that's it. No glue seepage, this is well. Okay, need a bit more glue on this edge over here. And I think this will hold in place. Come on. Okay, if not, I will just use a sewing clip. Whoops. just to hold the edge in place. The rest looks good. Okay, and then repeating the same thing for the other side. You could create a pocket as well, so you could leave this side open. So in this case you would put on the glue on these three sides or on these three sides usually, but it's a soft cover, and it would be possible, of course, but I did not want to do it, so I decided against it and just wanted to cover up, not the whole thing, not even covering up right to the spine, but just putting on a bit of fabric just for the look of it. And so this journal is a bit different from the one I used initially for myself. And I can try out some new things. And this journal will be available in my Etsy shop as soon as it's finished. But I like to be honest with you. Not only because I showed you in other videos that I created this cover and told you that I will use it for myself, but so that you know what you get when you purchase something from me. And of course I create my videos to give you inspiration. So not only to making some announcement for myself or some advertising for myself and for my Etsy shop, but to, I will just turn this around, it's easier for me to work then, but to give you inspiration, maybe from this side because I'm right-handed and I have to sit down. I was standing now, but now I have to sit down. But I want to show you what you get and give you inspiration for your own projects, so you can reuse nearly everything. So why not reuse junk journal covers you don't need anymore? Maybe you have some old junk journals or pen pal journals and you think, I don't need what's inside anymore, I don't want to keep it. The reason is not important. It's really not important. It is just important what you like and what you want. But maybe you like the cover and you don't want to throw it away. So then create a junk journal out of it. Why not? So this is not grabbing so fast. I'm still trying to learn to work with this glue, because usually the last few years I used Fabritech, but for a reason I don't know, it's really, really expensive right now for me to lay my hands on here in Germany. Oh, this is standing up a bit, but I think this is fine. Maybe I will put on some glue later, we will see. So it's really, really expensive, and so I thought, okay, maybe I can use another glue. And I know that if you, nothing happened. So a few crafters I really, really enjoy to watch use PVA glue. For example, this Pattex. So I thought, why not trying out another glue? But it just depends on what you like and what you are able to give, so money-wise, but and what you want to give for your journal. So with how much money you want to spend, to say so. So I don't want to spend this much money for the Fabritech glue, even if I did it before. But I think the price is higher now for me in Germany, and so I thought I used some other glue. But anyway, it just depends on what you like. So usually I like to sew these things in. Sometimes I sew around like this and then glue them in, so this is totally fine as well. Let's see, I want to try to catch this edge a bit more, just a bit, but if not, it's fine. And putting on another of these clips. Oops. And recap your glue bottle. Oh, maybe I can clean this up a bit. Okay, so that's it. Okay, good. Don't know if I'm in frame. Yes. Okay, so this is finished now. I have to take my sewing machine a bit right out of the way. I think this is finished now. Maybe I have to glue on a few pieces here and there, but first of all I will let this dry for a moment. Okay, next step. Next step is putting in our signatures. So this journal has 2 signatures. So I punched, I don't know if you can see it, but I punched 2 holes. So 3 holes, 3 hole pamphlet stitch, and 2 in a row. I think this is a row, or is this a row? I don't know, but you know what I mean. 2, 4, 6. So I have 2 signatures. I will show you the details later. First signature. So first of all, I have to sort or assemble my pages. So as they are assembled already, I just have to make sure all the pages are adjusted the way I want them to. So especially the shorter pages, so that nothing is sticking out. Oh, I nearly forgot something. This is where this fabric comes in handy. So I want to have a piece of this fabric. I don't know how wide, maybe this wide, we will see. And this I will keep for other projects. So loose strings we don't need. And this is a bit too long because I have a book page in here, and this one is an English book page. Usually I have German books, but this one is an English book page, and it's a bit, it got wet on purpose. So it's not colored, but it's a bit more crunchy. Crunchy? I don't know if crunchy is the right word. And I wanted to put on, maybe just this piece. I wanted to put on a piece of fabric, just for the look of it. Somewhere, maybe just here. Yes, why not? I thought to sew it on, but I have so much sewing going on in this journal, so I think I will put on a bit of glue just to hold it in place a bit better. Don't know which side. I think this side. So not like a tip, but just like a decoration right on the page. And this will hold because of the glue, even if I did not glue it right to the edges. But I want to use my stapler as well, because it gives the journal, or the page in this case, a bit more depth, a bit more structure. So, and just staple this on to give you something extra, just for the look of it. Okay, that's it for here. And I used the fabric from the back side for the first signature, and I will use a piece of the fabric from the front cover for the second signature. This is why I told you keep your offcuts. Okay, this looks good. Because I have a book page in the second signature too, I just have to find it. Book page, where are you? Oh, here, right at the front. Here it is. So maybe in this case I will put it onto here, or onto the middle, a bit more to the middle. As I said before, just for the look of it. Oh, I have to see if I'm able to staple right in, but I think I can staple a bit in. So if these edges are a bit loose, I really think it adds to the journal. It adds to the charm of a junk journal. Charm? Do you say charm? No, charm is something you can let hang from your journal. And in German it's charm. What is the English word? Character? Maybe something like character. It's not the really right word or the same word, but something like this. So let's see, again a bit of stapling. Something over here. Something over here. Okay, that's it. Now going on to signatures. I need the first one. And yes, I was at the point of assembling the signatures. So the pages are in order, or in the order I wanted them to, but I just wanted to move them a bit here and there. Come on. And I will show you the details later and tell you a bit about the kinds of papers and so on, but this will be for the final flip through. This is a really small piece. I will put it to the top because I have to catch at least one of these. Let's try and find out. I have to catch at least one of the holes. So maybe something like here, just eyeballing. If you have these small papers and you don't catch a hole, so not one, not two, but no one, so 0, then your paper can slide in and out. So this is what I want to avoid, but even if this happens, it's no big deal. A junk journal can be anything you want. So for example, this page I already used. I don't know in which journal, maybe in this journal. I really don't remember. I just thought I have some holes in here. Maybe they are fitting for here. But anyway, we will punch new holes and it will hold in place perfectly. So I don't think too much about it. Okay, now tucking these in. Where's my ruler? Here it is. Oh, I just eyed some paper and thought this was for here, but I have all my pages I need together. So now I need a pen or pencil. Now I just place my signature into my journal. It's a bit tricky because of the height. So as you can see here, if I'm in frame, okay, I am, because this cover is at an angle like this, these papers will stick out a bit, but this is fine for me for this journal. I think it's a really cool thing. It's just another kind of journal, so why not? I try to align it with the back cover, which is a bit bigger. Then I need some kind of pen. It really doesn't matter. And have to make sure where my holes are. The holes in the cover. Yes. So then putting on a little point. Here, here and here. Then you can use an awl, or what I do, because I have it and I love it so much, I use my Crocodile Big Bite 2, and it punches holes. These are the small holes, hopefully you can see it. These are the bigger holes, and this is for setting eyelets. We don't need eyelets for this, but we need the tinier holes. This is 1/8. Yes, this is fine. Now I hold my papers or my signature in place as good as I can, find the middle and turn it over and bend it over, fold it over. Sometimes it can move a tiny little bit, so this can happen, but I think this looks fine. Hopefully, but I think so. And then I just punch these holes because the holes are bigger and it's easier for me to thread in or bind in the signatures with these bigger holes. But I don't want to repunch these holes just because I'm not in the feeling of it. Of course, you could do it, but I know these holes will work out as well. Usually I punch the holes in the cover with the Crocodile Big Bite 2 as well. But it's really not needed if you don't have this fancy tool, which is a bit more expensive. I had it for a long time on my wish list, but then I got it as a present to my birthday in 2024. Thank you. But I'm really, really in love with this. It's a really, really cool thing, I think. Okay, so now we have punched the holes for the first signature. I will talk you a bit through how to bind in the signature. Let's just double check. This looks good. And I will do the second signature with you on camera, but speeding the process up a bit. So now I am in need of some thread. I had this gold thread in use before, and I put on this fish bait with this gold thread, so I will use it again. Some crafters can do this without cutting the thread, so they are putting this, binding the signatures and then they cut off the thread. I really okay, this is in frame. I really like this, but I'm not able to do this, so I have to do it the other way around. Usually you use 3 times the length of your cover. I for myself have the feeling that 2.5 times the length would be enough, but I just thought I will use 3 times the length and a tiny bit, just in case, because I want to tie some bows on the inside. So I will start on the inside. You can start on the outside as well, but I start on the inside of the cover. So thread your needle, then find the middle of your first signature or your last signature. I usually start with the first signature. I don't know why. I know some crafters start with this last signature and tell you it's easier. I don't know why. I start with the first signature, and for me it's a really good way, and I can work my way through really easy. So find your middle hole. So see, just got through. If you have a tinier hole, not this big punched holes, but just the regular, so and all would be this this thick, something like this needle. This is a thicker blunt needle, and your holes would be a bit more difficult to find. This is why I use my hole punching tool. So then you go through your signature and right through your cover. Oops. Oh, where's the hole? There it is. Going through, all the way through, and hold your thread in place. You need a little tail. I will leave this a bit longer because I want to tie a bow later. Hold it in place with your finger. Then you go to the top or the bottom hole. It really doesn't matter. And hopefully you can see this is a bit shorter, the space between these two holes, than this one. It is for the look of it, and it is because then I know in which direction my signatures have to go. But you can do it evenly spaced as well, so it's fine too. But if you have paper that it is directional, it is easier when your two of the holes are a bit closer together than the other two, because then it's easier to see where in which direction your signature is in the right way when binding it in. With two signatures, it's maybe not this big deal, but when you have more signatures, so 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes it can get it can distract you a bit. So this is why I do this. Okay, this was easy enough. Then we want this to be tight but not ripping, and we have to leave our tail, keep our tail, and sometimes to rethread the needle. Okay, and then last holes. If you don't find the holes in one go, you just go there page by page, and then we need the last hole in the cover. If this is not showing up so well, there are really many videos that show you the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, so please make sure to watch out videos that shows you how to do this. I can just show you the way I do right now, not like a tutorial. So now we have to go through the rest of the signature, but it's really easy. You just have to practice a bit, and then it's really fine. So going through. So we don't need the needle right now. Then we have this kind of a bridge here, and one wing on every side of the bridge. So see, one string on every side of the bridge, one wing, and you don't want to punch your thread. This is important. This is the only thing you have to look at. Then we tie this, or we strengthen this tight but not ripping, making sure nothing got tangled here. So for example, if you have the dangly on before, usually I don't, I thought about to put off this dangly, but I know I can do this because I have a bit of practice. But usually I start with binding in the signatures and then put on some danglies, just because, so the danglies cannot get in your way. So this is tight enough, tight but not ripping, tight but not ripping. And then tie a square knot, so left over right, right over left, and this will hold in place. Just make sure, yes, this is fine. Then you can cut off the strings, let them be as they are, put on some decorations, so a little charm or something, but in this case I want to tie a bow. Don't know if I can tie a bow with this thread that will hold in place, but we try to. I want to double up my bow, just so that it holds in place. So the knot is a bit thicker now, but I think it's fine. So that's it for the first signature. Then you can bend this over, and usually I would use my bone folder, which is up there, and I don't want to stand up right now. So I will just use my fingers to make sure the pages are a bit more flattened out. I recognize I did not think about this big, I think it's called carabiner, even in English. In German it's carabiner. I think it's called carabiner or carabiner in English as well. So I have to tell you, this page, for example, it can rip, but I will not cut it off or anything. And this page as well, this is something you have to keep in mind when using these ring things. But the cool thing about this ring is it can open. So this is a bit small for this journal, but it can open like this, and you can remove it. Or if you don't want to remove the whole ring, but you want to remove your charms because you don't like them, or you want to put on more things, or want to put on other things, or you want to remove them because you want to take your journal with you, and then you want to put them on back again, you just open your ring, remove your charms, and that's it. So this is why I like to use these rings from time to time. The only thing is that when your papers are a bit too thick, this will come a bit in your way, but it's just a tiny bit, so I think it's fine. Oh, and get here is a smaller piece. Oh, we did 2 holes. Perfect. This is really good. Okay, now I will do the same thing for the second signature, but I will speed this process up for you. And let's see, we have over 30 minutes right now. Okay, so I will flip through this journal with you in the next video. So at this point, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more junk journal videos, and take a look through my Etsy shop if you're interested in junk journals and junk journal supplies. Link down below in the description box as well. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Write a comment, leave me a like, and stay crafty. Bye!